Hi, I'm Camilla. I'm lead tutor and director of Scholarscape Education. We are a small bespoke tuition service that specialises in English and English literature, IGCSE and GCSE support for young people. So, a question that I've got asked a lot this summer by parents is, what should my young person be reading? So I've chosen three books which I think are really important for young people to read, not only because reading is really important to our brain development anyway, but also because these texts are, I feel, a real education and a joy to read. So the first book is Lord of the Flies by William Golding. And the reason why I've chosen Lord of the Flies is because I believe it's a modern classic. It has been a GCSE and IGCSE text for many years, but that's not the reason why I've chosen it. The reason why I've chosen this book is because of the beautiful way that it's written. Yes, some of the themes are quite disturbing, and it does deal with matters which can be challenging for some readers. However, that's the beauty of a text like Lord of the Flies. It focuses on a plane crash on a desert island. No one knows where they are, and all there is in the population are young boys. And it looks at the way in which boys kind of create their own democracy, how there are factions within this democracy, and it's basically an allegory for World War II, which was happening at the time. I really do recommend this story. And one way that I think young people can access it really well is to read a chapter per 1 or 2 days. Some students, they may have dyslexia. I know my own son has dyslexia, so he breaks it down. He reads a little at a time, 15 minutes, and that's all he needs, and he really enjoys that. So the next text that I'm going to recommend is a very, very popular text of recent times, The Hunger Games. Now, The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins is a really important text, I think. It's not only is it dystopian, but it's also a text which is very accessible to young people, and they really enjoy the characterization. Not only have we got a strong female character, we've got a strong female character who leads the text and also fights against forces of oppression. So it's set in a place called Panem, which is a dystopian future society, which was, we assume, America. And the Hunger Games essentially deals with the ideas of oppression, of hierarchy, and dysfunctional society. It again, it's quite a long text and it does deal with some quite disturbing themes. However, it is essentially quite hopeful, and you could argue the same of William Golding's Lord of the Flies as well, that essentially the ending is quite a hopeful one. And the last text I want to recommend is, try and get that on the screen there, a brief glimpse of the text, is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's Purple Hibiscus. So this was a text that I taught for IGCSE, and I saw the students' reaction to this text. It was amazing. The students absolutely love this book. And it's set in Nigeria, and it's about a young girl's kind of basically Bildungsroman. It's about her destination to adulthood and the trials and tribulations that she has growing up with a quite an oppressive father, within a society where there are military coups, her own feelings growing up as a young person. And it really is a wonderful text. And Kambili is our main character. She's 15 years old, and she is the voice of the text. And we learn a lot from her. We learn a lot about her experiences. And again, it has some quite difficult themes in it. However, it does end quite hopefully. So these are 3 texts that I would recommend to students who are in years 10 and 11. I feel these texts open your mind. They are interesting. The characterization is good. You've got that sense of plot development and thematic development that young people do enjoy. So these are the 3 texts. I'll go over them again. Lord of the Flies by William Golding, Suzanne Collins' Hunger Games, and Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's Purple Hibiscus. And if you want to find out a little bit more about me and the services I offer, please have a look at the website www.scholarscape.co.uk. Thank you. Thank you so much.